As you've been reading the Proverbs with us, have you thought, gosh, really, what is wisdom? Solomon talks a lot about wisdom here in these first many chapters. And so this is a good question to come up with. What exactly is wisdom? Hi, I'm Pastor Mark with Heights Christian Church, and we're going through the Bible in 5 years. We would love it if you would come alongside with us and subscribe to this channel and read the Bible with us every day. You get a small part of Scripture, and then we tend to talk a little bit about it to help us to be more like Jesus as God's truth begins to speak to us. And today we're reading Proverbs 8. And Proverbs 8, simply put, is Solomon's attempt at personification of wisdom, giving something, an inanimate object, into the human traits. And this is wisdom calling, is what the New International Version. It's a long chapter, so let's read it pretty quickly and then dive into a few things that can help us and encourage us today. So, chapter 8, verse 1. Does not wisdom call out? Does not understanding raise her voice? At the highest point along the way where the paths meet, she takes her stand. Besides the gate leading into the city, at the entrance she cries aloud. To you, O people, I call out. I raise my voice to all mankind. You who are simple, gain prudence. You who are foolish, set your hearts on it. Listen, for I have trustworthy things to say. I open my lips to speak what is right. My mouth speaks what is true. For my lips to test wickedness. All the words of my mouth are just. None of them is crooked or perverse. To the discerning, all of them are right. They are upright to those who have found knowledge. Choose my instructions instead of silver, knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell together with prudence. I possess knowledge and discretion. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have insight, I have power. By me kings reign, and rulers issue decrees that are just. By me princes govern, and nobles, all who rule on earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me find me. With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness along the paths of justice, bestowing a rich inheritance of those who love me, and making their treasuries full. The Lord brought me forth as the first of his works. Before his deeds of old, I was formed long ago, at the very beginning when the world came to be. When there were no watery depths, I was given birth, when there was no springs overflowing with water. Before the mountains were settled in place, before the hills, I was given birth. Before he made the world or its fields or any of the dust of the earth, I was there when he set the heavens in place. When he marked out the horizon on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above and fixed securely the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea its boundary so the waters would not overstep his command, and when he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I was constantly at his side. I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence, rejoicing in his whole world, and delighting in mankind. Now then, my children, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Listen to my instruction and be wise. Do not disregard it. Blessed are those who listen to me, watching daily at my doors, waiting at my doorway. For those who find me find life and receive favor from the Lord. But those who fail to find me harm themselves. All who hate me love death. Wow, so this personification of wisdom here, as Solomon is directing it to his sons to see that this is something to pursue. Let's go back to the original question. What is wisdom? Is it just knowing things? Is it just being able to figure out things? from the personification here in chapter 8, we see that there's no separation between wisdom and the fear of the Lord. The Lord is with wisdom all the time. So there's that true wisdom is based on truth, truth that has been instituted by God. So when Jesus was brought before Pontius Pilate, he said, "Those that follow me follow truth." And we see that truth through God, through the lens and the sacredness of God, following him and knowing that we can know things that God knows, that it was God's truth. It's when we try to separate knowledge apart from God when we get really screwy and we can cause ourselves a lot of problem. So wisdom that is based on God's truth is the wisdom with which Solomon is talking about here, and that have all these promises and have all the degrees with which we should be pursuing. We need to be pursuing wisdom that comes from God, not from our own abilities. So again, that's my encouragement for today. We so look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and we hope that you have just a very blessed day.